What's going on, y'all? This is Hclat coming to y'all with some round 3 action for CALLOUS Invite 6. As you can see, I got the series between DICE and ABR. First one that was played this week, and I personally was just like really eager to grab this match of all of them during my week off. Firstly because they're both like great players, of course, but I think the two of these people bring more like personality to their respective games than pretty much anyone else in the field. And their personalities are like very different at that. DICE is a big rule breaker. His teams like often misrepresent what they're trying to do in like a really deceptive way, which I find really cool. And ABR, as y'all know, is just like very formulaic, and what he does like absolutely works for him. I guess his last like year of ADV is a testament to that. He's been winning everything. All that said, both these players lost tight 3-game series last round. DICE ran into the wrecking ball that goes by the name Jester, and ABR lost in what's, in my opinion, the best set of the tour so far against Mana. If you haven't watched that, I definitely recommend you checking that out. But yeah, with all that out of the way, I don't know how this went. I'm really excited to see what the players bring. Let's get into it. Game 1. DICE starts off with Flygon. He used a lot of that. ABR also uses a lot of Flygon, but Flygon is an unusual lead. Sort of struggles to get much done because things like Salamence, Waters, etc. can come in when there's no sand and spikes, just like this. And yeah, ABR has pivoted this very cleanly, got the Intimidate, and then went to the Toxic Immune, and DICE has to switch out. ABR immediately cursing. ABR is a big Skarm Bliss user, but this looks like more of like a balanced beatdown type of team. Almost certainly no Skarm and probably no Bliss here, although both of those, it's probably not like a 100% rule out. DICE has a look of some Mag Fizz offense. ABR has Curse Focus Punch, which I think someone used that last round, but regardless, is very unusual. But DICE luckily was able to BP out, scout the move, and now it's Charizard, which can maybe subseed this Lax if it wants to. No, I guess not. He goes to pivots out to Skarm. That's another nice move. DICE should get a Lair. I would think no Magneton for ABR, given that he's Curse Focus. He's Curse Focus, boom. So he trades the Lax for 1 Spike. ABR probably has a Snorlax. I mean a Claydol, I was gonna say. But no, I guess not. He's got a Jolteon. Very interesting. So this is a more offensive team for ABR than I realized initially. And I think this matchup might come down to Jolteon's hidden power. If he's ice, he looks very strong here. If he's grass, he's kind of just going to get owned by everything. ABR is a fan of, notably he's a fan of Spikeless Jolteon, which is exactly what he's got here. Goes to a Metagross, not showing lefties, and yeah, that's definitely band damage. A nice trap for DICE. He's got himself in a great spot here. Metagross should just go down for free. Although, looking at DICE's team, his DD Ments answers seem a bit shoddy. Flygon can sort of handle it on a good day. He's got to like hit slides and toxics and whatnot. And yeah, ABR uses a lot of DD Ments, and yeah, it looks like that's what this is. DICE won the prediction, saving his mag and going to Flygon, and then gets the big Toxic on the Swampert. Is that a... It's a sub-teched Flygon, which is that's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Wow, I've never seen that set before. His last move has to be Earthquake. And yeah, you would think that like the Tyranitar here is Pursuit. He's probably already shown that, and I just skipped by it. Yeah. So he has Pursuit and he has Mag to make up for him having no like real attacks. but we're gonna see him just like completely duel this Swampert. He's gonna kill it having lost about 7% HP, which is actually pretty awesome. Jolteon comes in, he's representing HP Ice. I imagine Dice will switch out here just because looks like Flygon is the only thing stopping Salamence, and that sub on the switch is not what Dice is looking for. This is a tricky spot because he could Thunderbolt here, but like if Jolteon stays in, like he's gonna get Volt Absorb, and I doubt the hidden power is gonna break Salamence's sub now. So he did Thunderbolt on the Jolteon switch out. That was a really clever play. That was a very like deep prediction. This time ABR gets the Magneton turn right. Earthquakes to stay in. Here comes Flygon again. I would imagine he just goes for a Toxic, and with this subtext shenanigans, it is basically a one-hit KO. He subs first, I guess, covering, pretty much anything else. And Jolteon will definitely die. We find that he was grass all along, so that's a nice bluff from ABR. Flygon just, actually walled this thing all game. Now we're going to see the last. I was going to say it looks like a Tyranitar. I was almost right. I don't know what this is going to do, and Dice doesn't either, so he just subs. Wow, so it's a Cursed Regirock. I don't even know what... I don't want to know how little this Earthquake will do. I guess he just goes for Toxic. Oh boy. So he has Leech Seed on Celebi, so I imagine Regirock won't straight up win. But if I'm Dice, you gotta be kind of careful about going to Celebi just because it allows a DD Mint setup. If Regirock doesn't have Rest, Flygon will be able to stall it out here. I guess I could have like refreshed too. Just clicking Hidden Power Rock. I don't even want to like speculate what this thing's moves are. Probably like HP Rock, Earthquake. Who knows? Double Edge, Counter, Explosion. Probably Explosion. He doesn't have like Mag or anything. So yeah, he's probably just gonna Seed right here. Sack the Celebi. And that's well done. He can now go back to Flygon and basically have infinite HP. Just like keep subbing until the end of time. And it'll basically be DD Ments versus the world. If it is DD Refreshments, it just straight up walls the Flygon in, like indefinitely. And yeah, there is no real way for Dice to avoid. Actually, this Intimidate doesn't matter because he only has Toxic. So yeah, let's see if this Salamence can do some magic. Dice hits the Toxic. That, barring a crit right now, actually Dice shouldn't even have to risk it. You can probably just pivot around it, unless this has like Refresh or oh goodness, that was. I hope for Dice's sake you calc that, because that could have been danger, I think. But yeah, unless this Mence has like Rest or something, this game's over. Dice should be going up 1-0. I haven't really spoken to ABR's like current run that he's on, or I guess I maybe alluded to it at the beginning. But it was a pretty big upset for him to lose last round, given that he went through all of CALLOUS 5 undefeated and then only lost one game in SPL. So if he were to go down 1-2, that would be a monumental upset. Dice though is really like the type of player to do this. He's like so deceptive. This Flygon absolutely just like owned everything, and I love this set too. Yeah, ABR doesn't really have anything in the back pocket to clutch this out. So yeah, Dice takes game 1 on the back of this Flygon. It really just like the Lax Boon for Scarm, the Metagross got trapped, and then the Flygon just killed everything else. Yeah, so like Magneton, Pursuitar, Scarm, Seabegon is like sort of an old-fashioned like version of this type of team, and it's really like fallen out of favor with most players, myself included. But this weird Flygon set maybe maybe what it needs to be revamped. Really cool team from DICE. I like this a lot. Yeah, let's go into game 2. Can ABR make the comeback? Well, I don't even want to like talk about how like surprising it would be for him to lose at this point. I'm sure he was like number 1 in terms of like everyone's predicted winners and whatnot. So yeah, he's gotta make it happen right now or he's done. Game 2, let's go. Lead Jolteon for ABR. I think let's switch the players. Let's keep it consistent. 2 Jolteons in 2 games for ABR. Subbing to start off. DICE Meteor Mashes instead of Earthquaking. Maybe predicting a switch, but DICE also likes to run like really strange coverage on things like Metagross. Like he might be Mash plus like Thunder Punch and something else. Who knows? Might be Choice Band. You gotta think he would be clicking a more accurate move, given ABR is pretty, at this point I'm pretty convinced he's fishing for the miss, and he does finally get it. It's pretty high odds of happening at this point, and he'll either get a Thunderbolt or a Baton Pass or something. T-Bolts for only 28 on the T-Tar. That is so little. And no lefties from the Tar too, which makes you think it's... Well, that usually means that it's like an offensive Tar, but it took so little. It crunches. So yeah, it must be like Lum or the Dark item. But yeah, he gets the BP off to Doug. T-Tar is gone. If it's like a... There's a lot of things ABR could have that would appreciate T-Tar gone. Suicune, if this is like a defensive, like Rain Dance Rest Coon, that could put him in a really good spot right now. I don't know that Grass Calc off the top of my head. However, if it is like a Weather Reset team, DICE has brought the special wall of choice to face this type of thing. ABR, as you can see, doesn't seem to have a very good switch to this. He takes 34 and gets parried. Suicune is basically dead now. It'll get outsped and die right now. It's already in Charizard range. And I don't even think that the Lax would die to the Dugtrio at this point. So yeah, ABR has to go to its next Mon, the Metagross. Which, this looks like a pretty juicy Charizard switch in right now, if you ask me. DICE doesn't make the obvious play, goes Swampert instead. Suicune could rest here, potentially. No, it's not bulky enough to tank the Earthquake, or I wouldn't put it past DICE to have a plus attack Swampert or something like that, but I'm guessing that was just an off-coon, given how aggressive ABR's team looks. ABR is a very good comeback player. I think this looks really bad for him right now, but if anybody can bring it out of this, he like finds obscure win cons like almost no one else can, like PP stalling with random Pokemon you wouldn't think of, or just like making the reads he has to make. I guess he went for the Fire Blast miss there. He, I guess, pretty clearly didn't have, like, I don't know what he's switching into Charizard at this point. Look at his team. Yeah, he kind of had to go for that. DICE going Swampert on the Jolteon. Looks like he's made the, basically the calculation that ABR's last and his existing Mons are all, like, special threats, and preserving Swampert isn't especially important here. ABR goes for the Doug Trap on the meta. We don't really know what this meta is, other than it just wanted to Meteor Mash the Jolt a lot. It booms. That makes me think it was banded. He didn't want to Earthquake and give a ground immune, like a free setup turn. DICE back to Charizard again. That's not what he needs here. Jolteon will kill it. He goes Pert. Pert forced-thought the Jolteon last time, and yeah, that's Toxic. Is this going to be another, like, sub-protect? Oh no, he's shown the whole set. So it's no hidden power Jolteon, and the undefeated Regice comes in. He's a last Mon. I don't think Regice has dropped a game yet this tour. And it's going to have to work some magic for ABR here. Dice is content to just duel it out right now. We don't know what his last is. Looks to me like... I would think it's something fast. I would think it's like a Salamence or something, which would be pretty strong. Dice goes Zard, which has to risk accuracy, presumably, unless he has like Brick Break or something. He does hit the Fire Blast after sacking the Swampert. So now Charizard versus 2 Mons. Jolteon will kill it. What's the Snorlax at? 52. So that might die to 2 Thunderbolts, although Jolteon did very little earlier in the game. Will Laxus... Oh no, it's Salamence. It can DD here, barring a crit. No crit, no para. Wow, that Jolteon is... that thing has no special attack. That's Dragon Dance. That means Salamence is faster after 1 Dragon Dance. Jolteon is as good as dead. Zapdos, you gotta think... Yeah, Hidden Power is the right move, so it's definitely dead to Rock Slide now. Unless it's HP Ice, it won't even kill right now, but you gotta think, like... Dice has Rock Slide, right? Yeah, he hits it. Wow. That's just the series. That really was not what I expected when I started. Like, no offense to Dice, of course, he's great. That was not what I expected when I started narrating the series, though. ABR really departed from his, like, tried and true, like, Scar and Bliss every game, like, mantra, and he just kind of got smoked. Like, this was a pretty... I'm trying to think of... I think it was a pretty luck-free series. Game 1, Dice kind of... I can kind of call matchup for Dice's Flygon. Matchup / like, awesome tech. Matchup's kind of got, like, a negative connotation to it. This game, it just kind of felt like Dice was able to click the big buttons. Yeah, I don't know. I think the early game just went poorly for ABR. Trading for Pursuit Tarb isn't what his team needed, given there was a Snorlax in the back. Yeah, honestly, a pretty uneventful series, considering how, like, epic both these players' last series were. That said, huge upset. Dice carries on. ABR out at 1-2. The defending champ. Which is, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, hope y'all like the narration. This is an interesting series. Catch y'all when I'm playing again next week.